All right, hello and welcome. Today, I'm excited to practice with you here. And the idea of these sessions is to really complement whatever it is in your life that's going on so that you can really integrate feeling in control and conscious of whatever your thoughts are. And the more that practice you can do around meditation, mindfulness, and or breath work, I think all really serve to that effect. So knowing that it's April, knowing that we're here in the beginning of the month, which is very exciting, we're going to have a session today where the mantra is, I release any limits I place on myself and know that all things are possible. It's a little long, but I think it really serves us. I'll say it one more time and just close your eyes as I say this to feel into these words, and you might even want to say them back to yourself. Just taking one inhaled breath, feeling your feet on the floor. I release any limits I place on myself and know that all things are possible. Just notice how that feels in your body as you say that, as you enable yourself to be open to this statement. Maybe you feel tightness, maybe there's hot or cold sensations. Maybe you feel your feet particularly rooted on the ground. Maybe you feel resistance. Maybe you notice emotions. Maybe there's fear there. Maybe there's joy, excitement. It's all good. The key is to notice what's so for you now in the present moment so that you can acknowledge where you're at so that you can take this into the direction that serves you. So I'm going to read a little passage and then we'll start the breath work. And one thing we'll try today is to breathe without music, because the music I'm noticing is not necessarily working with what I'm doing. The music is copyright free, and I think there's just some quality issues. No, nonetheless, that's all good. So if you would like to close your eyes and just imagine this with me or follow along, I invite you to do so. How many times have you had a great idea inspired only to have it shut down by a fearful thought? We all have self-limiting beliefs and fears, but sometimes it is necessary to push them aside in order to go after what we really, really want. So this mantra, the one we were talking about, I release any limits I place on myself and know that all things are possible, is here to remind you that self-limiting beliefs are simply just that. They are self-programmed ideas that have developed over time. The good news is that they can be reprogrammed. When you release your limitations and replace them with possibilities, there is truly nothing you cannot accomplish. Use this mantra whenever doubtful thoughts or fears start creeping in and begin blocking you from achieving your goals, whatever those may be. All right, so just taking a deep breath into that, knowing beliefs are just thoughts we choose to believe. That's it. And knowing we can shift those and change those really can change our whole trajectory of success, whatever that is for you. I don't know about you, but that makes me pretty excited. All right, so let's go ahead and learn the breath pattern today. We're going to just start out with halo active breath, which is inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth, and make the exhale audible as if you would be able to hear someone next to you and they would hear you if you were exhaling at that level. So just practice that a few times. And that can be actually through any sound or movement as well. So if you feel like letting a big sigh out, let a big sigh out. If you feel like rotating your jaw, moving your neck around, your shoulders, whatever is speaking and calling to you, then I invite you to do that. Energy moves through the body in three ways: breath, movement, and sound and voice. So just know that whenever that's something that you feel called to do, it's likely something that's serving you. Your body has intelligence beyond the mind. All right, so the halo active breath, and then we'll move into the triactive breath, which is the 3-part breath, is simply inhaling through 2 times. So you inhale through your belly first, and this is through your nose, and then move it up to your chest, and then exhale out through your mouth. So just practice that a few times. It's a very powerful breath. It's one of the most potent breaths that you can do, which will help to feel invigorated and feel your aliveness. So if at any time you start to feel lightheaded or dizzy, just simply return back to that normal breathing, no pattern, or the halo active breath, which is the one we just talked about. Okay, and then we'll just do a couple holds after the couple patterns of that. So the top hold is when we inhale through the nose, and you hold this breath at the top of your lungs, and you will let your body decide when to exhale. And I'll cue you for this, so there's no need to remember anything. Okay, and then the bottom hold is simply the opposite of that, where you exhale. You're holding the breath at the bottom and the base of your lungs. You're holding it there until your body tells you to inhale again. And then we all simply probably end from that. All right. So knowing there's no music here, I will be guiding us through in language, in the mantra, and the breath pattern. So simply relax, go ahead and just sit back in your chair, uncross your legs, uncross your arms, taking a moment to settle into your space and just notice your body in space. Normal breathing here, nothing, no patterns. Feeling your feet on the ground. Feeling the space that you occupy. And know that I release any limits I place on myself, and know that all things are possible. I release any limits I place on myself and know that all things are possible. And now taking just a couple deep breaths here. Again, no patterns yet. Simply feeling into knowing you can shift anything through your thoughts and intention. Where the mind goes, attention flows. And when you bring your intention with your attention, true potency can happen. So we'll start a body scan here, just simply normal breathing, but just noticing what's here now. As you start at the very crown of your head, scanning down through your forehead, letting your forehead soften, down through your eyes and your ears, letting your eyes soften, relaxing the inner corners of your eyes, down through your jaw. You can even take your fingers and massage your jawline where your jaw meets your skull. You hold a lot of tension there, letting that soften as well. Down through your neck, down through your arms and your hands, and back up through your middle body, through your heart space and your lung space. Again, softening here. Down through your hips, feeling your seat on the chair. Just noticing gravity holding you here. Down through your legs, your knees, your lower legs, your ankles, your feet, out your toes, and imagine that scan continuing, just going down through the floorboards wherever you are. All of that excess energy going down through the floorboards into the ground, being held here. And we'll start our breath pattern, just that halo active, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Just inviting you to do your own pace. And you're welcome to follow along with me if that's helpful. That's it. And with every inhale, I release any limits. And exhaling, I know that all things are possible. Again, on the inhale, I release any limits. Exhaling, I know that all things are possible. Continuing with that halo active breath here at your own pace. Increasing that cycle of breath now, just getting deeper as you go. Every breath a little more. Continuous cycle. Feeling these limits leaving your body with every exhale. And what are you breathing in? What are you choosing to fill your capacity with? Whatever is coming up for you. Maybe it's resilience on the inhale, and breathing out doubt, fear, resistance, anything, shame, guilt, anything that no longer serves you. Just continuing to honor this breath that is filling you up and redirecting your programming. Feeling your lungs, filling in the back of your lungs here in these inhales. Widening in the cavity of your lung cage, your lungs, your rib cage. That's it. Beautiful. Now we'll just, if you feel comfortable, moving into that 3-part breath, the tri-active breath. Just inhaling through your nose, the next inhale. And only if it feels good for you. Just noticing what's here for you today. Letting go of any expectations, any analytical thoughts that are happening, and allowing that body to drive what is available now. Letting the body do the work. Letting any sounds out if that feels good for you. Releasing any limits, knowing that all things are possible. Letting inspiration flow in these breaths for yourself. Slowing down the breath if that feels good, or speeding it up if that feels good. Just letting the body guide you. Surrendering to the moment. And staying open for what is here. releasing limits, releasing expectations on myself, knowing all things are possible, and trusting all things are possible. We are not our beliefs. We are not our history. We are the moment. We are the choices we make, and each moment is an opportunity, is an occasion to redirect. Take 2 more triactive breaths here. Beautiful. Continuing to just deepen this cycle of breath, feeling your breath driving your life force. Feeling your aliveness on all levels here. And on the next inhale, if it feels good for you, we're going to hold that breath at the very top. Just simply holding that breath, letting the body guide you, holding that breath, feeling your capacity expanding, feeling this front, the back, your sides, they're all present and engaged. Knowing I trust myself and I can release any limits on myself. All limits are released here. And all things are possible. And exhaling only when your body tells you to exhale, when that feels good. Just simply letting go of the breath. Letting go of anything you're holding on to that you'd like to release. Any tension. Just sending that out with your out breath. Just returning to a normal breath here. Letting go, inhaling, releasing on the exhale. Inhaling intention. And we'll take one more top hold on this next breath. Inhale when you feel ready, and only when you feel ready. Inhaling through the nose and holding that breath at the top. Releasing any limits I place on myself. And I know that all things are possible here. And I exhale when I feel ready. Just exhaling, letting go of that breath again. Feeling your capacity expanding as you've engrossed your entire body in this one function of intention. And just normal breathing here when you've released that breath. Just feeling into your sensations. What is coming up for you? No, it's all in service. All in service to myself and what is possible now. And feeling your body here, we'll do one exhale and hold at the bottom of your breath, the down exhale to bottom hold. So on that next exhale, when you feel ready, and again, only if you feel ready, just sending that last breath out, sending that out, letting go, releasing whatever feels good to release here. Maybe it's old stories, old patterns. Holding this breath at the bottom of your lungs, just feeling your vastness, feeling the spaciousness you create and can create at any time. This chasm, this chamber of limitless possibilities. And when you're ready to inhale, feel free to inhale normal breath, releasing all patterns here. Everything just going back to normal breathing. And if it feels good to take a hand and place it on your body, anywhere that might feel good for you. It might be your heart space, it might be your diaphragm, it might be your head, it could be your shoulders, it could be anywhere, your legs, just giving yourself that connection, this deeper emotional connection that you can create at any time. Feeling your feet on the floor, feeling your seat on the chair, wherever you are. Acknowledging who's here now. Acknowledging and honoring your path, and know that it is in service to everything that has led you to right here and the future. And acknowledging, just send a little gratitude to yourself for showing up today, for being present, for taking the time to recalibrate and redirect and focus your energies and intentions on yourself, which is so important to go for what you want. Saying thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. I see you. I hear you. I feel you. And when it feels good for you to open your eyes, I invite you to do that, taking your hand away if it feels good. Just noticing the different colors in the room, noticing the textures, if there's a window nearby, looking outside, noticing what's happening in your environment, bringing you back to right here. And a lot of times, breath work doesn't have words. It's not a verbal exercise. So if you'd like to reflect at all, sometimes it's helpful to take a piece of paper, take a journal, notebook, and just write down any messages, any thoughts that you have, that you'd like to process or just have on record for yourself. A lot of times we don't even know that until we start writing. Maybe it's how you feel right now. What is your experience like? So I invite you to take that piece of paper if you have one. If not, no worries. And you can use this prompt. Who is here now? Who is here now? Who is here now? Give you a moment to do that. And I invite you to continue to bring this into your day. So as you continue your day or your week, always know you can return to this experience. You can simply recall this mantra. I release all limits on myself and know I am open to limitless possibilities. And that is within your power, and the mind controls those thoughts, feelings, and behavior as much as possible when you bring that mantra in. So inviting you to do that all week today, just returning to that, maybe taking just one inhale and letting yourself recall what your experience was like here. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. Take care, and we will see you next time. We'll see you next time on Mindset Mondays. Bye for now.